We're going to take a look at line graphs now. Okay, so this table shows some climate data for Glasgow, and it's asking us to draw a line graph showing precipitation for each month, okay, on average. So remember, precipitation means like rainfall or snow, hail, anything like water in various forms falling from the sky. Okay, so here's the numbers going across. It's this third line down in the table, precipitation. Okay, for January 107, February 83. Now these numbers are quite big, so let's have a little look and see what's the highest number and the lowest number, and that will help us come up with a good scale. So the highest number here is 124, so that's going to be like your maximum that you want, and the minimum, let's have a look, is 59 there. Okay, so that's a difference of, around about 60, but more than 60. Okay, so we need to think what would be a good scale. Now we've got plenty of space here. You're going to be limited by the space in your jotter, but a good scale for this might be going up in 5s, maybe, and we could start at like 55 and go up to 125. Okay, and it's fine to draw the little zigzaggy thing. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to write in my scale, and then I'll put in the axes afterwards. Okay, so my axes will match the scale. So I'm going to start at 125, and remember we write on the lines. Okay, and then let's go down. I think I should have room, 120. So I'm leaving 2 boxes for a 5. Okay, 115 is going to be there, 110, 105, 100. Okay, and then we're going to go 95, 90, 85, 80, 75, 70. Let me just scroll down. Oh, am I going to run out of room here? Oh, quite possibly. Right, now you obviously couldn't do this in a jotter, but I'm just going to make a bit more room. Okay, so please count first before you start drawing in your jotter. You're going to be annoyed if you need to rub everything out. 60 and then 55. Okay, and my scale, I'm going to start from about here and just indicate with this little zigzag, okay, that it's like I've smushed up my scale. Okay, so I'm not going all the way down to 0. I'm just going to go down to 55, and there we go, drawing my axis in. Okay, and I'm going to need to have the months going along the way. So let's do 3 boxes per month. So that's going to be January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, and I'm just going to write in, it's fine just to put the letters, maybe January, February, March, April, May, June and July. Let's write them in full because they're both J's. August, September, October, November, December. Okay, maybe you could write them going down the way in your jotter. Okay, and let's put our axis along here. So you obviously use a ruler. So I've got my scale. I've been very careful doing 2 boxes for each 5. Okay, made sure I draw my little zigzag there to show that the scale's smushed a bit. It's not starting from 0, it's just jumping up in kind of 2 boxes, jumping up to 55. I've got my months evenly spaced down the bottom, 3 boxes per month. Okay, now we also need to make sure we are writing in a couple of other things. Okay, so down the bottom I need to label my axes. So these are the months. Typically with a line graph, okay, the thing you're measuring, precipitation, the thing you're interested in, that's going to go up and down on the y-axis. Okay, and your other variable is going to go along the x-axis. Now that's often going to be time, okay? So here it's time going in months, it might be time going in seconds, okay? And we need to label this y-axis as well, so this is precipitation, okay? Obviously if you're writing in a jotter you could turn that sideways, and we need the units there, millimeters, okay? And a title for our graph, rainfall in Glasgow. Okay, now let's put in our numbers and we'll go along. So it would be better, I suppose, can I zoom out a little bit? Oh, yeah, so I can see the whole. Okay, you might not be able to see it, but I can see the numbers for precipitation, but I'm going to read them out. So the first one's 107, okay? Now I've got 2 boxes for 5, so each of these is 2.5, so 107, that's going to be just shy of that midway line, okay? The next number is 83, okay? So that's going to be just below, so let's count along 1, 2, 3, and go down to 83 is going to be, well, halfway is 82.5, so 83 is going to be just above that, okay? Next we've got 92 for March, okay, so that's going to be just below the halfway mark between 90 and 95, okay? Then we've got 60, that's nice because that's right on the line there. Okay, then we've got 59, so only just below that for May. Then it's up to 63 for June. Okay, so that's just above the halfway line between 60 and 65. So 62.5 would be the halfway, so 63 just above it. Then we've got 80, that's a nice one for July because it's right on the line. Is that lined up? Let's just check. Ooh, line up with 80, line up with July. That's perfect. And then 97 for August. So halfway between the box for 95 and the box for 100. Oops. So what did I say there? Sorry, 97. So I've made it right in the middle. And it should be just slightly below. Why is that not lining? There we go. So just slightly below the halfway line for 95 and 100. Next one is 109. Is that lined up? Yep. So it's going to be just shy of 110. Okay, then we've got 124. That's our high point in October. So that's going to be way off, just that's lined up with. There we go. Use your ruler, like run your ruler across the page. November, we're down to 103. So there's 100. I'm going to put a dot there and just, oh, yep, that's on the line. That's 100. So 103 is going to be just there. I'm going to rub out that dot. Okay, and then 102 is going to be just below that. Okay, and now I'm going to use, you would use a ruler. I'm going to use the straight line drawing tool just to drawing up all these dots, well, crosses. Okay, so joining them all up nice and neatly. There we go, oops. You don't need to join this line up to the end. What I mean by that is you don't need to draw, like make a line from 0 to January, okay? Just join up the points you've got. Okay, this is a little messy because this line tool isn't exactly perfect, but it would be easier if you were working in a jotter with a ruler. Okay, so joining these all up, and you can see the trend, and it's kind of what you would think. You would think it's going to get drier in the summer and then soggier in the autumn and winter, more or less. So it's kind of dipping down in the summer, way back up in the autumn, and then back down again. Okay, so let's answer these questions now. So that's our graph drawn. We've got a title, we've got the scale, which we were quite careful with, we've labelled our axes, okay, drew in the crosses in the right points and joined each pair up with a ruler. Okay, we didn't join, I didn't go from 0 up to here. I'm not going to do that. Let's plot that down now. Okay, so which month has the most precipitation? That is October, okay. Which month is the least? That's this low point. That's in May, just in time for all the exams. Describe the trend of precipitation through the year. So lower in the summer months, high in autumn, stroke winter. Okay, so that's kind of the trend. It's going down to be lower in summer, higher in autumn, winter. Okay, and that's how you would draw a line graph.